Do you have questions about RMDs? Like, how much do I need to take out? When do I take them out? Well, today we're going to talk about the basics about RMDs. Hi, I'm Larry Sprung from Midland Financial, where we strive to bring joy to your money journey. Talking about RMDs, required minimum distributions, reminds me of a story that we encountered with a family we served. Jane was a very successful teacher who did a great job accumulating money in her 403b and IRAs outside of her 403b. What she failed to realize until we started working with her was that her RMD needed to account for her IRA and her 403b separately, as long as they stayed and remained in those accounts. She was looking at her RMD as a total amount for the two and was planning on taking that amount simply from her IRA. And that would have been fine. It would have satisfied her IRA required minimum distribution, but it would not have done anything to satisfy her 403b. It would have been potentially dangerous. So we worked with her. We calculated what the RMD was for the IRA and the 403b individually, and we successfully navigated and removed those monies that needed to be taken out. So you might be saying to yourself, well, how does this apply to me? And I guess really, when do RMDs begin? Well, for this year, those that are turning 73 years of age are starting to take their RMDs or required minimum distributions. Now, if you turn 73 this year, you have a choice. Your first required minimum distribution can be taken right after you turn 73, or you have until April 1st of the year following you turning 73. Now, there's a hitch. There's always a hitch. And the hitch is that if you wait till April 1st and you delay to the following year, you actually have to take two RMDs in that year, one for age 73, that'll be the one before April 1st, and then one additional for you turning 74. So that is something that you only have available to you in the first year that you need to take your required minimum distribution. And then after that, you'll be taking one required minimum distribution each year for the age that you attain in that year. So now that we know when you have to take your first RMD, the next natural question would be, how much do I need to take out for my RMD? So, easily speaking, you take the 12/31, December 31st values of all of your IRA accounts. You add them up. And then you have to go to the IRS table and divide it by your divisor. How old are you going to be in the year 73? Take the aligned divisor, and then you use it in years forward, and divide your account value by that divisor. And that will give you your required minimum distribution for the year. And then you basically just rinse and repeat each and every year in that same fashion to determine what your RMD will be. So the key factors are, how much was my account value worth at the end of the year prior to the required minimum distribution? And what is the divisor based upon my life expectancy in the year? And those two things will give you how much you need to withdraw in that year for your RMD. One additional thing you have to consider, because in your first year, this is going to be additional income that you have not encountered in the past. Now, you're over 65, so you're on Medicare. You have to be aware that there may be an income-related monthly adjustment based upon this increase in your income to your Medicare Part B and your Medicare Part D premiums. Now, the important thing here is not to necessarily avoid it, because you can't. You have to take this money out of your retirement account. The important thing is that you plan appropriately for it and you know what to expect and you don't have any surprises come tax time. Those are just three basic things to know about RMDs. And you probably have more questions. And I'd love to hear from you and see how we can bring more joy to your money journey. The links are in the description below. I'm Larry Sprung from Midland Financial. See you next time.